Hi, today we are discussing about union transformation. Here, union transformation it is quietly opposite to the our router transformation. In the router transformation, we are dividing the data based on our condition, but here we are doing union. Let's see here which is opposite to router transformation. Okay, here we get multiple sources into single target. The structure of the source is same. Here the union transformation when we are doing the structure is same. When the structure is same, we can merge the records. Then only we merge the records. Here we can take heterogeneous sources, but the structure should be same. The structure always same. Okay, let's see with the example. Go to new, click on mappings, go to mappings and click on OK, create. Here we give the name of our mapping m underscore union. So click on source, go to source. I'm taking here flat file as a source file, and we are selecting a flat file employee1.csv. It is a comma separated value. Go to formatting options. Okay, is there comma or not? We see the preview of the data. So data is fetched correct only, and we go to fields. We do have these are all a string type. Why? Because a flat file always gives string type. We have to convert it into our native type. We have to convert into our data types. Means employee ID is an integer, like high date is a date, the salary becomes a number. Like that, we will convert that strings into our native types, like manager ID, number, department ID, number. Okay, click on save. Everything is saved correct only. So mapping was saved successfully. Okay, this is one source. I'm taking another source because union is a means combination of tables. It gives a single result, but the structure is same. We can take heterogeneous sources. Means there I am taking first as a flat file, and second thing is here I am taking table here, employee table. Click on employees. Okay, go to fields. So these are the table. That's why it gives correct data types only. And here we take union transformation. Okay, drag and drop to our screen, and take input 1 as a flat file and input 2 as our rdbms table, which is a oracle table. Okay, we have to connect to target, then go to target. uh, okay, these are the incoming fields from our sources, and we create a target table. Here I'm selecting a target table. Here I'm taking employee table. So here the structure of the employee CSV and employee table and target tables should be same. Let's see here. we truncate our target table. So we truncate it. Execute it. Here the target table doesn't contains any data. Now we have to, and also I am giving truncate target also. No problem. Truncate target means the target whatever the data is there, that will truncates. Now we go to field mapping. So here auto map, do the smart map. In union also we do field mapping. Go to advanced. Here we have to map both input 1 and input 2. So we did input 2 and we go to input 1. We have to map all input 1 also to our target table. Both input 1 and input 2. We do smart mapping to our output fields of our target table. And now it is becomes valid. Click on run. Now the status is showing running. We have to refresh it. We have to refresh it. Otherwise, it is in starting mode only. Now it's running. So 325 rows processed. So its source one is source one is having 218 and source one is having 107. Means source one here. All the records fetched into our target table. This is about your union transformation, which is quite opposite to our rank transformation. So total 325 rows are there. Okay, please subscribe and like for more Informatica videos. Thank you very much. Hi, today we are discussing about union transformation. Here, union transformation it is quietly opposite to the our router transformation. In the router transformation, we are dividing the data based on our. Hi, today we are discussing about the lookup transformation. So, lookup transformation is we are having connected and both unconnected lookup transformation. We see in practical that lookup transformation. Now we see in this session connected lookup. Okay, click on mappings and go to mappings, create, and we have to give the name of our mapping m underscore connected lookup. Click on source. Here we have to take the source. So in the source I am taking Oracle source. Now click on object. So here I am taking the employee table EMP. And go to Oracle and we have to see the tables. Then click on target. Go to target. Here I am selecting target as departments employee t employees underscore department means the fields containing employee as well as department table. Now I am truncating the target table. So here I have to look up department table. Here I am taking source as employee, employee table, and lookup table as department table. With the department ID, we are looking. So here in the employee table we are having department ID, as well as in the department table also we are having department ID. So with the department ID we are looking the values at the department table and storing into our target. Okay. uh, Go to Oracle SQL developer and go to core table. So not a core schema, which is a schema, not a table. In the schema we are having a lot of tables. Select star from T underscore employees underscore DEPT. So here we do have the data. Now we have to truncate this target table, and now then we go to our connected lookup transformation, and we have to load into our target. Truncate T underscore employee department, truncate table. Okay. Now table is truncated. So here we are having department name, location. We have to retrieve the data, department name and location from which table? Tell me. The department table. Okay. Okay. Now we see. So for sake of you, I am extending that field length. So we have to describe our T underscore employees underscore DEPT table. Then see here we are having a department name and department ID. Those we have to retrieve from which table? From our department table. Here we get department name, comma, location, ID from department table in lookup. Okay. Now which is I'm taking as a connected lookup here. So in the lookup we go to lookup incoming fields. We are having our source table fields, and we have to look up object here. So we look up object is nothing but which is a table in our SQL, Oracle SQL. Okay, go to Oracle SRC source. So which is like join the table. No, we see in the joins, same like we are doing with the lookup here. Okay, departments. Click on departments. So here we are having lookup condition. Here the fields of both are reflecting same. That's why we have to differentiate our source tables with the prefix src underscore. Okay, our source columns is here we are having with the prefix of src underscore our field names. Here I don't want manager ID, so I have to remove it. Here I am looking both department name and department ID. Sorry, department name, location ID. With the department ID we are retrieving the department name and location ID. Go to advanced. Here advanced we are having lookup SQL override queries and all. We can write based on our conditions, based on requirement. Based on the requirement, we do the SCD types. We see that override queries. The SCD types video also there in the Informatica. Okay, go that video and see. Before that, please subscribe and like for my efforts. Okay, here you see the fields are having src underscore is source fields, and the department id, department location id are the which fields that lookup table fields. Now we map that department name and location id. So we map like this each and individual, because it's smart mapping will not enable, because it is the field names are both names are not matching now. So we have to map one by one like this only. There is no option in the IICS. Okay, commission PCT manager ID, department ID. Okay, now uh, you see lookup condition. Here we have to give the condition how we are retrieving with the department ID of our lookup table as well as the department ID of our source table. Now save. So mapping was saved successfully. Click on run. Go to my jobs. Now is starting mode. We have to refresh it, otherwise the status showing like that only, because it has to connect to the our Informatica cloud now. So we have to refresh it. Lookup always gives left outer join, okay, which is very important. Lookup always gives left outer join result. Okay, here the 107 rows processed. See here, source is 107, and our target also we are getting 107 records. So now we see the target. Okay, here we see that we are getting location department name as well as the location id into our target table by using lookup transformation. Okay, so some scenarios both lookup and joiner seem same, but in some conditions lookup is different. So see here, left outer join, null 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 we got for that record. Here some records getting null values, because it is left table has the values, and the right table is doesn't have department id. So the department id is not there, that's why it's showing okay. How do we make lookup into inner join? So how do we make the lookup into inner join? Can anybody guess? Okay, just we place a filter, then it becomes inner join. So Basically, lookup is a left outer joint. Whenever we're placing after the lookup filter, then it becomes inner joints. It will not gives any null values. Now we see in this, we have to go to our connector lookup. So I'm here making a copy of this one. How do you make the copy? Click on three dots and go to our name conflicting is there. So keep both. We should keep both, and we get a copy of this, and we give the name as here m underscore connected lookup inner join. Here go to advanced. There we have to give the filter condition. Go to general and go to filter. Click on place symbol over there. Go to advanced. You give that edit filter condition. Not is null of. Here we are taking not is null operator. The department name gives a remove that equal symbol. Not is null. Yes, we have to give the formula as not is null is a single word. Okay, we see here. Go to advanced and click on filters. Those are the options, and go to advanced, define filter. Not is null of department name. Yeah, giving space not is null. And validate. Missing operator not is and space null department name. Which is missing. It shows everything is correct only. We see the formula how it is, and user defined fields and department name. Not there. We have to give what? What is the formula? Tell me. What is the formula? Can you comment? Okay. Can anybody tell what is the formula? Hmm? I'm getting that formula. These are the parameter files. We have to get it. Go to advanced and there we go to filter, advanced, define filter condition is null of department ID, close the bracket, validate. Again it gives error. Here we see how it becomes inner join in the source lookup filter target. So we connect this and we put the condition like not is null. So in that we are giving the space in that we are giving not is null, not is space null. That's why it is giving error. The formula is not is null of department name. Then it will act as inner join. Then it will act as inner join. We see here we did all things here. Go to filter transformation, then we go to advanced there and define filter condition. Here we give not is null. Is null is a one word, not more than. Not we should not give any spaces between is and null. We have to take is null of. Now the expression is valid. We see here, click on save, click on run, and click on run. Go to my jobs. Now the status is in starting mode. Now the status is in starting mode. Here the target table is contains data, so we have to truncate it. Now the target table doesn't contains any data. Now we see here the 106 uh, rows process. Now earlier we got 107. Now we get here how many records? 106. Means one record is blocked because that is have a null record. That's why we can do our left outer join in the connector lookup. We have to make as a inner join by using the filter condition. By using the filter condition. Okay. Okay. See here. Source is 107 and target is 106. Now we see in our target table, so there is a no null record. There is no null record in it. Here we are getting all not null columns. So go to session log. We see the session log. By using that session log, we go to session log. How many rows are processed we see in the session log also. Okay, by using the session log only we know where it is. We are getting the bottlenecks. It is source side or target side or in the transformation. We see where how that is getting where the error is getting and how many records are processed. We see. Okay, by using this session log we can find it. Okay. This is notepad place. In that we get all the, we see how the session log be in notepad place. Okay, which is that coding is these are the options are there in a notepad place. We can search our uh, session log in what the mapping is, what is the pre-session and what is the post-session. We see. Okay, we find it like this. Select here. We see here. Select the department name, location ID from HR, departments order by department ID. So we have not specified any order by. Here we are not specified any order by in the lookup transformation, but it is automatically taking that order by column. So it makes when we are giving order by, it takes time to process it. So I want to remove that order by in the informatical level. How can we remove? We are not giving that order by in our lookup condition, but it is automatically taking our order by. So we have to go to filter there, click on filter, go to lookup transformation. In the lookup transformation, go to lookup condition, lookup object. So in the lookup object, this is a lookup condition, and go to advanced lookup source filter. In that we have to give here 1 equal to 1. The lookup source filter we have to give 1 equal to 1, as well as with the two hyphens. 1 equal to 1 and with the two hyphens we have to give. Now we run the mapping and see, there we have to give 1 equal to 1, and with the two hyphens only, then it will remove order by condition. It takes automatically. We have to remove that order by using 1 equal to 1 with the two hyphens. Now that 106 records process, go to download that session log and see here. Go to select command. See here, we don't have order by here. See, hyphen divide order by. It makes as a comment. Okay, then it improves the performance. Here uh, it will be commented out. This is one of the performance tuning. Okay, this is about connected lookup. Please subscribe and like. Thank you very much. Here we see how it becomes inner join in the source lookup filter target. So we connect this and we put the condition like not is null. So in that we are giving the space, in that we are giving not is null, not is space null. That's why it is giving error. The formula is not is null of department name. Then it will act as inner. We are discussing about the unconnected lookup. It unconnected lookup returns only one port. We use expression transformation to get the lookup values, and the formula is colon lookup, LKP, lookup name, and passing fields. From value returned by passing field condition. See, we have to get department name varchar 2 and location ID number of 80 from unconnected lookup. So go to mappings and click on source. Okay, click on source. Here we get a single field as a output in the unconnected lookup. Only one field we are getting. In the connected lookup, we are querying with the department ID and we're getting multiple ports as return ports. But here we are getting only single. We see we map a source table and like the connected lookup only, we map the source and target. So in the target table, we don't have any data. So here we see department name and the location ID and go to expression transformation. Here in the unconnected lookup, we have to get the data from the expression transformation. So we map a target table. We have to map. We have to map it and t underscore employees dept. Okay, as a connection, and we don't do any field mapping now. And we go to expression transformation. In this unconnected lookup, we have to achieve by using expression transformation only. So here we enable unconnected lookup. In the connected lookup, we did not enable that one. So we have to enable unconnected lookup. So we have to give field names in the lookup transformation in underscore dept underscore id. These are input fields and we get the lookup object from source table which is table is called department table, which is a department table. You're getting departments. So lookup condition we have to give here department ID with the in department ID. We have to pass the department ID in underscore department ID. We have to pass from our expression transformation. We see we have to remove this both manager ID and location ID. Here only we return only one port as a output port. How many ports? We return only one port as a output port. We have to enable that return port, otherwise it will not send the data to our lookup data. So we are taking another lookup. I have to get the department name as well as location ID. In the first lookup, I am getting department ID name. Now in the second lookup, we have to get location ID. So here we are same, we are getting in underscore department ID as a incoming field and we have to get the lookup object and go to the same department table. And here we see in the lookup condition we have to give. In the lookup condition we click on department ID as well as we have to get the, we compare both department ID of the lookup table as well as the department ID of in underscore department ID gives our source table. Here we are returning location ID as a return port. Now it gives invalid. Why? Because we have to pass the information from through expression transformation. The from unconnected lookup, here in expression we create two output ports and we give the input field to as a parameter. Here we give the code as here lkp colon lkp dot lookup name colon lkp dot lookup name. We have to give our lookup name and we give the passing field. Here passing field is what? Can anybody guess? Which is department ID. Our passing field is department ID. Here we create output field o underscore department name dept underscore name name. So which is a string format. Okay, click on OK. Go to configure and we have to give the our lookup formula lkp dot lookup name. So we give our lookup name u underscore lookup. U underscore lookup. What is our lookup name? U underscore lookup. Lkp dot. So which is not minimizing to see the name, which is u underscore lookup. So we pass the field here. Our field is department ID, which we are passing the value as department ID to in underscore department ID in our unconnected lookup. So go to, we have to create another output field which is a location ID o underscore location ID. So ID means which is decimal here. Click on OK. Go to configure and same we have to give lookup 1. Then lookup name is 1 here. Same field we are passing and the return port will, and we are getting the return port and we are saving into the our output ports in the expression transformation. Where we are getting the data, we are getting the data from the unconnected lookup, and that unconnected lookup data is going to store in our expression transformation. We have to mapping, that's why o underscore department name o underscore location ID to our target table. Now click on save. That expression transformation becomes now valid. Okay, which is only a single output port is there in the unconnected lookup. So the use of unconnected lookup is by we use the reusability conditions in the target table. We don't have data after running. We see what data is stored in our target table. Click on run. So click on run. We have to refresh it, otherwise it shows in starting mode only. Is in queued. The 107 records are processed, and go to SQL Oracle SQL developer and see here same. So the connected lookup returns multiple row, multiple report, and here unconnected returns only single output port. So unconnected lookup also left outer join. Here same connected, both connected and unconnected are left outer join. How do we make inner join? By using the placing the filter condition transformation, filter condition or filter transformation. So we make as a inner join. We have to place that filter at after the expression transformation. In that upon is there. Okay, click on filter. Go to filter, go to advanced. No, the filter we go to advanced. Define filter condition. Here we give not is null, is null, not is null is single word. So we try lot in the previous example. So there we give the o underscore department name as a condition. So if department name is having null value, it blocks there only. It should not send to our target table. It should not send to our target table. Okay, now see. So we truncated our target table, and again I am running. Go to my jobs and refresh it. So which is in running mode. So 106 records process. Total 106 records processed. And this is about our unconnected lookup. Please subscribe and like for more Informatica and IICS videos. Here we restricted one record, that is null record. See here, there is no null records. Now we make it as a inner join. Okay, thank you very much. We are discussing about the unconnected lookup. It unconnected lookup returns only one port. We use expression transformation to get the lookup values, and the formula is colon lookup, LKP lookup name, and passing fields from value returned by passing field condition. See, we have to get department name varchar2 and location ID. I we see now today regarding about unconnected lookup on multiple ports. So now we are getting only single output port in the unconnected lookup. First we take source, then we take unconnected lookup, and after that we take concatenate our fields, and we concatenate our fields by using the concatenate operation, and we do the concatenate columns in lookup and make it as one output, and we make it as a one output. Then in expression transformation we have to separate it. By using the expression transformation in string substring operations we do here with the in string and substring we separate that concatenated fields into different fields, then we map to our target. This is the way we can achieve that unconnected lookup on multiple ports. Here we separate the columns and we send appropriate target. Okay, let's see in our IICS. Okay, before that please subscribe and like. So whatever the videos I am doing which are more important, so I am able to if there is any clarifications I will tell in the later part. Okay, I have logged into this, so which is busy I think today, that's why it is giving much time, taking much time. Now I have to log in, go to data integration services. So now this unconnected lookup in we send only one port. So for that one port we have to concatenate that all the ports in as a one port, and then we get the data from that one port data to our expression transformation. Then there we have to separate by using in string substring operations into different fields. From that different fields we map to our target table. Okay, now we let's go to our mapping. We take the source, select our source table as what, here I am taking that is employees of source table. Now we take here our lookup transformation, and we make it is as unconnected lookup by enabling that checkbox. Go to fields. There we give our field name is in underscore department dept underscore id, and lookup object. We take our lookup object as single object we are taking, which is department table. Now go to our lookup condition. We compare a department ID of lookup transformation as well as the passing value from the source, which is department ID. Here we are giving the rename that in underscore department ID. Here I am removing manager ID. Now the department name and the location ID I have to make it as, I have to concatenate the both, and then now here we see that code is we are having, which is select department id as department id and department name with the tilde operator. I am concatenating here, we see here. So we have to give the alias as department id, here department name. So we execute it, we see how the output is coming. So department underscore name, we are getting both administration as well as the location ID. With the tilde operator, we are separating that both the columns. Here we are giving department ID and department name aliases. So department name underscore location ID. So we have to remove our location ID and we return department name. Go to expression transformation. Here we have to create expression and new field we have to create here, that is a variable port v underscore dept location. So it is having, I am giving the precision as 100. Now I have to go to lookup and drag and drop to there. It automatically gives our in underscore department id. In place of in underscore department id, we place department id. Go to fields and select that. We have to send department id. Remove that department id. Validate. Now the expression is valid. Here we are getting both department as well as id as location to our output field, which is I am taking as a variable name. Now we give o underscore dept name, which is 100 I am taking. So configure it and we subtract substring. We get the substring, okay, from, it is not showing. Why it's not showing? Anybody guess? Anybody guess? The field is whatever we are created v underscore department location. It is not showing. Anybody guess? I got it because I am taking as output field. It is a variable field. It is a variable field I have to take, but unfortunately I take output field. That's why it is not showing there. We have to get the information into variable field, and with that variable field we have to extract. Okay, now go to configure, there substring of v underscore department location comma 1. That means it is a first location, and in string of v underscore department location. So we what string we have to find out here? We find out the tilde operator here. Within the single quotes we give the tilde operator, so it gives the location of the our tilde operator. So we have to minus 1 it. So if the tilde operator is 13th position, we have to give the minus to 1, it gives 12. Means 1 to 12 the strings it will display. Understood? And the we create another output field which is o underscore dept location id. The location id is the decimal one. Now we take here configure, here substring of we take dept location comma minus 4. Minus 4 means it gives last 4 digits. Okay, understood? Minus 4, the department id in how many letters? 4. 4 characters, that's why I'm giving minus 4. We get last 4 letters, that's why I'm giving minus 4 there. Okay, now see here in the core table, select star from t underscore employee underscore dept, which gives which had the data. We have to truncate it. We have to truncate it. Truncate table name t underscore employees underscore dept. Now the table is truncated, which contains it doesn't contain any data. It is in processing mode. Sometimes the IICS is very busy because we are using the trial version, that is that much priority is not giving to trial versions this IICS. So we see before that here we created in the expression transformation one variable port that takes both department id and sorry department name and the location id. So how do we getting that? With the tilde operator we are concatenating the SQL override query. Okay, is seen in the lookup transformation properties, advanced properties, and we use o underscore department name uh, and o underscore dept location id. By using that output variable we are getting department name by using substring function, operation or function, as we seen. Same like we are getting location id. So there we are concatenating through the concatenate command, and we are getting as a one field, that is a department name. The department name contains both the department name with the tilde operator and the location id. Here same like we are retrieving the data from the our return port using o underscore department location id by using location id as 4 digits. That's why we are given -4. Okay, we have to note it, which is in, so it is saved or not. Now we see, still buffering. Go to mappings and click on the mapping. It is still buffering. We see how much time it takes. Refresh it. Stay on page. Click on press F5. Is that saved or not? We see. Okay. This is regarding about unconnected lookup, and so we see substring and in-string operation in SQL. Then it is very easy. It is still buffering. Mm, the cloud is taking much time to save. Again, it's still buffering. Like this, because it is trial version, it is still buffering. So like that, we will get the multiple ports into single port and single port into. Okay, leave the page and go to again. We do the mapping, or it is saved or not. We see here. I think it is saved, or it is giving an error. Okay, close it. My services, data integration. It becomes slow. Now it's loading. Okay, go to explore, and whether we see whether it is saved or not. We see if it is saved, we thank to God. Okay, no. Explore m underscore unconnected lookup. Okay, now we see, we map the target, the expression, everything is saved. Okay, thank God, it is saved. Okay, target, go to target, incoming fields. We have to map to our target, oracle underscore target, which is our table. dept table is our target table here. You see, dept, click on search. Okay, uh, enable that radio button, and we truncate the target. Okay, these are the target field table fields and field mapping. So here we map our field mapping, and we do here smart map. Then it automatically maps into a target table. Okay, click on save. Now we see it is valid. Okay, thanks, it is valid. Okay, we did all correct only. Everything is saved, no problem. Okay, go to run. Click on run. Go to my jobs. We see which is in starting mode. So we refresh it. Otherwise, it shows in starting mode only. We refresh it. Okay, running. Which is running mode. Okay, total 107 record processed. You see, it is a left outer join. It gives null values. Again, I am telling, Okay, select star from employees. So all the records are fetched into our target table here. Okay, this is regarding about unconnected lookup with multiple fields into a single field. So like this we will send the data. Before that, please subscribe and like our Informatica videos. Thank you very much. Hi, we see now today regarding about unconnected lookup on multiple ports. So now we are getting only single output port in the unconnected lookup. First we take source, then we take unconnected lookup, and after that we take concatenate concatenate our fields, and here we are having unconnected and connected lookup multiple match policy. Here we are having the multiple match policy in that return first row, return last row, return any row, return all rows, report error. Here we are taking source file as a employee file, and lookup file department as a flat file, and with the two duplicate values. Okay, here we see with the duplicate value we are sending the duplicate values from the flat file, and I am giving the department ID as 20, uh, as marketing, and banking. Okay, now we see we am giving the department name is marketing and banking. We see here we are having department ID and 20 marketing and 20 banking I am giving in the flat file. We are looking the values department name. Okay, here I am looking the value department name, but the 20 department ID I am giving two values. Let's see how the values pick up from lookup. It's very important. Okay, I am looking department table with the department ID, and we see above properties which are first row, return first row, return last row, return any row, return all rows. In this example, report an error. Okay, these are the we are having multiple matches, multiple match policy, which is very important topic. Okay, before that please subscribe and like. Now I am taking source table as employee table as usual, and here I am giving employees dot department ID equal to 20. I am giving department ID as 20. In the 20 I am giving in the flat file I am giving a department 20 as marketing as well as banking. In source I am taking only department ID and as 20. Okay, so it is left outer join. Obviously lookup transformation always left outer join only. Okay, now we are having, and go to lookup. So same scenario, both lookup connected and unconnected, same values we are having. Where comma separated values are there, the preview data issue is like this. Okay, okay, now lookup condition I am giving the department ID is equal to department ID, which is the department ID of the flat file, and this is the department ID of our source. Okay, return fields here, department ID and department name. Here the we are taking a flat file, department ID is string, but we have to convert it into change into number. Whenever we are looking any flat files, or whenever we are taking source file as a flat file, it always takes as a string. Keep in mind we have to change to our data types. Okay, go to target and the D underscore employees department. Now we see the target table, which doesn't contain any information. This is the information for you. Okay, it doesn't have any data. To show you, I am always showing this truncate table. Means how it is loading the data we see here. And go to lookup. Here lookup object. In the lookup object I am giving return any row. The multiple matches I am giving return any row. Means that it takes only Informatica here. Return any row gives with the Informatica only. It takes their Informatica integration service will take the with automatic value, not this value, not that value. It means Informatica will take their interested value. Okay, their interest. Okay, it may taking which taking we don't know. Okay, which is available. It takes banking or it takes marketing. Okay, we see here. By running, we can know how the values are fetching into our target table with the department ID as a 20. Here only we are taking department ID as a 20 value only. Now we see, go to my jobs and run, which is in starting. Now we see here, which is in running mode. Now we see two rows are processed. Here, here we are getting marketing. So we are getting the values as marketing. By default, it is taking marketing. Now we see with another multiple match condition. Here we see last first row. In the first row, what it takes we see. It returns only first row of the our flat file. Which one we are getting first, that will be sent to our target table. Return first row means Informatica will sort in cache, then give the okay, then give the result. Okay, first it sorts. So marketing and banking, which one will get? Can anybody guess? It is banking or marketing? It is banking. Even it is last, but what do Informatica catch? It sorts the data. That's why we are getting banking. Now go to my jobs. It is in queue position. Refresh it. Two rows processed. Now we execute this. Now we are getting banking. That's it. So it is banking. Now another one, return last row. Now what we get here, last row? Obviously it is marketing. Obviously it is marketing. Now again we run it. We have to map the return last row. Okay, this is about multiple matches. You have to keep in mind multiple matches also. It's very important. Okay, click on run. Okay, two rows processed. So marketing, here we are getting marketing. Okay, and it returns and return all rows. You see here, return all rows. Go to multiple matches, save, run. Click and run. My jobs. It gives both banking as well as marketing. So how many records we'll get here? Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? We get 4 records. Why? Because we're having 2 records, but we have to get both marketing and banking. That's why it is giving duplication data 201, 201, 202, 202. It returns all the rows. So this is report error. It will gives it will not send any data to target table. If any multiple matches found, it gives an error. Okay, when we are giving stop on errors, it gives error. Okay, here where I'm not giving any stop on error, that's why it is giving warning here. It is gives what? Report error. Oh, again it is processed. Okay, thank God. Okay, run. You see, okay, this is about all the multiple matches. Now report error. My jobs. It's showing warning. It's showing warning, and it doesn't send any data here. Multiple match found in lookup. This is regarding about multiple matches in lookup, both connected and unconnected. Here we did not have any data. It is truncated, but it not loaded any data into the our target table. Okay, this is thank you. Please subscribe, like for more Informatica IICS videos. Thank you very much. Here we are having unconnected and connected lookup multiple match policy. Here we are having the multiple match policy in that return first row, return last row, return any row, return all rows, report error. Here we are taking source file as a employee file.